So if there is one thing that I have learned in my over 25 years experience in this industry as a chef, it's to expect surprises. And today I am really excited to bring a surprise to you. A pescatarian restaurant, vegetarian, vegan, and seafood. We're gonna go inside and we're going to meet Chef John Kemeny right here at Berkeley North. In the kitchen with John. I am so glad to be here. This is so different from what it is that I do on a regular basis, man. I can't wait for you to show me what it is that you guys are going to be doing today.
Oh, thank you so much. Welcome to our tiny little kitchen. I know we don't have enough space here, but we try to do a lot with a little here, and it's just me and 3 others online, and it gives me the opportunity to sort of keep my eyes on everything that's going on. So I actually really love a small kitchen like this. For me, it's perfect.
You know what? Tight is good. So what is it that you're making for us today?
So I think this dish really personifies what we try to do here at Berkeley North. The dish is made up of 3 components, and it's really just 2 ingredients. The star is the cabbage. So this is an early Jersey Wakefield cabbage from the farmer's market. And with the trimmings, we make our own sauerkraut.
Incredible.
And then the real second player to the cabbage is this romesco sauce that we make, which is sort of a play on a classic Spanish romesco. It's made out of toasted nuts, charred peppers, and roasted garlic. And our sort of twist is that we like to sweeten it with sherry vinegar and carrot juice.
Amazing.
So it's a carrot romesco.
So it's simple, just simple ingredients. So how do you prepare your cabbage then?
Very simple. So the first step is to find great produce. So I try to be really flexible with our menu so that I can always use not only what's in season, but what's in the micro season, so what's available right now, not just over the next 3 months. So the star is the cabbage. So
That's beautiful.
The cabbage starts off as a great product. It's sweet. It has a good amount of spacing between the leaves, which allows us to do this dish properly. So I've got my stunned cabbage over here, just in case we forget and mess this all up. And this is what's going to look like after about 5 minutes on the grill. So we get a really nice char on the outside, but the inside's not completely cooked. The beauty of this is that the smoke from the charring is going to infuse through all the leaves, and that's what's so great about this variety of cabbage, is that all the space between the leaves is going to allow that flavor to infuse all the way around the whole vegetable.
So you're going to get this like strong punch of flavor that mellows through all the natural flavors that come through this incredible cabbage.
Exactly.
And that has got to be the smallest and coolest grill I have ever seen. So that's incredible.
Yeah, just like our kitchen, it's small, but it does the job really well. It's very efficient, and it allows me not to use a ton of coal just to get it started every day. There's only a small amount of coal in there, but it gets extremely hot and it's very well insulated. So it's perfect for the kind of things that we do here.
Just the right amount of flavor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we go from this really ancient technique of cooking over fire over to this incredibly modern technique of cooking sous vide. So the garlic oil is surrounding the cabbage, cooks really slowly, nice and tender. We can completely control how much it cooks, and then you get this beautiful contrast of the char and the completely untouched leaves of cabbage on the other side.
That's gorgeous.
So that's just going to take a quick couple minutes in the oven to heat up. So our cabbage is hot and ready to go. You still get the beautiful contrast of the char on one side, but it's untouched on the other side. And then this is our romesco that I was telling you about. So it's a very complex sauce. So it's made out of toasted nuts, charred peppers, and roasted garlic.
Oh, the aroma from that is incredible. I can get the garlic coming off of the cabbage, and then the peppers are just coming alive.
And then the garlic oil from making the roasted garlic is infused into the cabbage, right? So it sort of all comes back together when you plate the dish. We make sauerkraut here from the trimmings of the cabbage, and that sort of helps balance out the entire dish as well because it's quite sour but also very savory.
So how long do you ferment your cabbage for? Because sauerkraut is essentially fermented cabbage, room temperature fermented cabbage.
We are still very much experimenting with it. We've gone everywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks, and it's kind of an evolving process, just like all the dishes here.
That's awesome.
And we kind of just let it go until we all really like it, and it's very democratic. We taste it, we decide, and we either let it go or we stop.
So it's a family affair here. I love it.
Totally, yes.
And this is the dish.
This is the final dish.
That is so good. So there is something incredible to be said for simplicity, because there isn't anything here that isn't screaming cabbage already. So I'm going to get right into this. With how hearty this looks, it is so tender. And I'm assuming that that's going to have a lot to do with your sous vide method, right?
Definitely.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I have ever had cabbage so bold and balanced the way that this is. That is really, really good.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Is crisp. That is amazing. Like that romesco, just when you put it onto the cabbage, it goes right into all of those leaves, and that char is not nearly as bitter as I expected. It's just so good. The nuts in the romesco with the charred peppers are absolutely perfect. And I think the part that's really grabbing me on this right now is the balance between all of it, because that little bit of sauerkraut in there levels the entire playing field with all the other flavors that are on there. This is so good. There's like four things on this plate, and that's including the cutlery.
Yeah.
That's amazing. John, I can't tell you how excited I am to be eating this charred cabbage here at Berkeley North. My name is Chef Dan Magna. This is Hamilton Eats. So this is how you save 20% on the cost of your beef tenderloin. So we take your whole beef tenderloin and you're going to clean it yourself. You've got this film, this silver skin on the outside. You've got the chain that runs down the one side of it here. Trim this off. Now you save this piece. You use this for your stocks and sauces so that your flavor is built. You pull all of this sinew that runs on the outside off and you discard that. Now we have to clean all of this silver skin off. Not very difficult. We're going to open this up here on the side, and we're going to take our knife and get underneath and just trim as much of the silver skin off as possible without leaving anything on the loin. You do this with a beef tenderloin, you do this with a pork tenderloin. This is what you're paying the butcher to do. Now for all my butcher friends out there, I'm sorry, but this is what I need to teach people in the kitchen to save some money on. Once you get all of this trimmed out, you're pretty much ready to cut your steaks. You're gonna trim all of this excess fat out on the one side as well, and now you have an opportunity to get right in there and cut your own gorgeous beef tenderloin, 20%. So whether it's lunch or dinner or even late night, you have your options. You've got dine-in, you've got takeout, or you can even walk right up to the kitchen and order your food. And right now we're gonna go in and talk to the kitchen manager and chef, Caston, right here at the Coop. The Coop downstairs in the kitchen. This is Caston. Dude, I am so happy to be back here. I've heard all sorts of great things about this, and I am excited to try. What are you making for me?
Today we're going to make the crispy chicken sandwich.
Awesome. So this is like your signature dish here.
Signature sandwich, yes.
Fantastic. All right, how do we do this?
First you start with caramelized buns. You just want to cut the bun nicely in half, then over to the flat top.
Okay.
So a nice amount of butter.
So butter on your bread and your flat top, like this, you're not messing around here.
No, you gotta get it nice and soaked in there.
Butter equals flavor. Absolutely. This is a philosophy I live by.
100%.
Okay, so buns on the flat top.
All right, so now we're gonna take our brine chicken breast, And then we're going to dredge it through the egg wash and then into our seasoned flour.
So your brine, so you brine this yourself?
Yeah, it's overnight brine.
Fantastic. Oh, you're going from your egg wash into your flour, like, and you're not messing around with that either.
Yeah, give it a good.
That's a lot of love on that.
Absolutely, man.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then just want to drop in the deep fryer and then wait till it's about 4.5 minutes till about 165.
Okay, so you throw your basket on the top, that caps it, that keeps that chicken submerged so that there's
nice hot spot.
Everything gets nice and crispy. That's fabulous.
So chicken's ready, good to go. We just put on our coop dip.
Coop dip, now you make this in-house?
Yeah, it's our secret sauce.
Secret sauce. So anybody who's coming over here to the coop, you're gonna get any of these sandwiches that has coop dip, you're only gonna get this here. This is the only place you're gonna find this.
One and only.
One and only, that's right. See, there's always something special going on behind the scenes. That's what we do.
I just want to add a little bit of lettuce. Tomato. 3 red onions.
Love it.
And then 3 bread and butter pickles.
The glistening bun with all that butter on there has just got me, look at that. You were kidding when you're saying you're not messing around with these crispy chicken sandwiches. When you get a sandwich like this, there's a way that you need to do this. You gotta give it a little bit of love. What we just did was push all of that gorgeous sandwich together. Look at that coop sauce. I can't wait. Wow. That brine is really good. What do you put in the brine for this chicken? Because there's a flavor coming out that's very unique. What is it?
We have the overnight brine gets sage, some rosemary, sugar, chili peppers, a few other special ingredients.
I think the one thing that I wasn't necessarily expecting was the herbs that I can taste in them.
Yeah, you can taste them. They're pretty potent. Yeah.
Do you have it in the flour as well?
There's some different herbs in the flour, yes.
That's a good chicken sandwich. That's juicy, nice and crisp. That egg wash, that batter that you put on the outside, it's really, really good, man.
I think the caramelized bun makes it as well.
Oh.
You get that nice soft outside, crunchy on the inside.
Butter on the bun makes everything better, man.
Butter
so
makes
good.
it better.
Yeah, this is really good. Well, Paston, I can't thank you enough for showing me how you guys do your crispy chicken sandwich right here at the Coop, just outside Hess Village. My name is Chef Dan, and this is Hamilton Eats.
Lessons that I can share to help you enjoy your wine and have a lovely experience is how to polish your glasses. Always use 2 cloths. And there's a reason for this. And the reason for that is that you don't get your fingers on the glass, leaving your fingerprints. But most important, safety first. There is no fingerprint left on the glass, and my hands were protected all the way through. And that is how you polish a glass. Cheers.
So there's this great spot right in the heart of Dundas that focuses on 100% house-made baked goods, all sorts of incredible sweets, but they also have a beautiful breakfast that is the balance of perfect harmony with sweet and savory. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna meet Tara right here at Jack's Sweet Shop. So we're back in the kitchen right here with Tara. Tara, thank you so much for bringing me back here today.
Thank you for coming to visit.
Oh, so glad. Now, what are you making for us?
Today we're going to make the Jack's Waffle Sandwich, which is a very, very popular dish here because we're kind of famous for our waffles.
So a waffle sandwich?
Yeah.
Like, is the waffle like the bread part of the sandwich?
Yes, 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 yes.
This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we get started with this?
Well, first thing we do, our regular sides are potatoes.
Okay.
So I'm going to put our potatoes on the press first, but you're also going to get a little treat of our guac on the side too, which we'll add later.
You said you're gonna put your potatoes on a press.
Yes, we roast them in the oven and then we press them to make them
Okay.
crispy. Because we don't have a deep fryer here, so everything's like a 3-step process.
So what kind of potatoes are these?
These are Yukon Gold potatoes from Struck Farms, which is up on the 10th concession in Flamborough.
Oh, so you're right up.
Yeah.
You're like right in town.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes. Everything's local that we use.
The potatoes smell so good already. Really good. What else goes on your sandwich?
So next we have bacon, which is from Cumbres, which is directly across the street from us.
Awesome.
And they have their own farms, they raise all their own cattle, all that kind of stuff. So it's happy animals on those farms.
And this isn't a thin piece of bacon
No,
either.
these are good cuts of
You're
bacon.
speaking my language
Yeah,
here.
it's back bacon from over there. So.
Bacon truly makes everything better.
Yes.
It's a philosophy I live by, for sure. Sorry to all the vegetarians and vegans out there, but I'm not going to stop eating bacon, especially when it looks like that. Okay.
Okay, so after I've flipped my bacon, we put on our waffle batter, which is homemade. It's made here. And we put that on, and it takes about 2 minutes to cook up.
So what's in your waffle batter if you make that here?
Well, the main ingredient is butter.
Yes.
And then eggs, flour, sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, vanilla, milk, and fairy dust. There you go.
Fairy dust.
And fairy
See,
dust.
this is an ingredient that I'm not so familiar with, but there's a reason why this place is so good. Obviously, it's the fairy dust.
Fairy dust. And the last step to the waffle sandwich is when your waffle's just about done and your bacon's nice and crispy, we just put on 2 hard eggs. Just break them up. I like food to look real, so it's not like a round, perfect egg.
This is like just as
It's just a
natural
messy,
as you could ask.
Messy, throw it on there. It's going to be delicious egg. And I cut the bacon in half for my sandwiches, and I cheat and just do it on the grill with scissors because
Okay,
it's easier.
just so you know, I've been
Yeah.
in this industry cooking for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody cut their bacon with a pair of scissors on the
On the
flat
grill.
top. I'm going to be using this. This is a great technique.
It's quick and easier. It's what they try to find room to cut it. I'm like, just cut it with scissors on the grill.
You
Let's
cut
go.
a whole step out. That's
Let's
great.
go. So our waffle's good. Take it off the grill. We just cut her in half. I did a rookie mistake and didn't
What, no
fill it all the
scissors?
way. No, I use a knife for this. This I gotta be honest about. And then we have our cheese, our cheddar. It's mild cheddar cheese from Mickey McGuire's, which is just up the street from us. It's about 4 doors up.
Oh, nice big fat
awesome
slice of
little
cheese.
cheese shop. Everything there is so good, and and if you like the smell of cheese, it smells amazing in there. I put my eggs on.
See, you've played this game before. She puts
Yeah.
the hot egg on top of the cheese, helps to get it melty with the
Yep.
waffle on the bottom.
And then we put on our Cumbres bacon. And then I like to finish, because I am a savory sweet type person, so I always top them off with honey.
Okay.
I think honey and bacon is the best combination in the world, especially when you're putting a sweet waffle on top. And then I just gotta add the potatoes and the guac.
The smell of the bacon and the honey is preventing me from doing anything else but eating this, so I'm gonna jump right in.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Everything is so warm and delicious. That is really good. Thick bacon. That cheese is really nice.
It's good cheese, eh?
Mickey McGuire's, you know what you're doing with this, man. I was surprised more than anything about the honey, because that is a really great flavor. Just with the bacon and all the savory sweetness that you have going on here, you are a little bit of an evil genius when it comes to breakfast.
What do you think of the waffle?
The waffle is equally as sweet as it is savory, which
Yeah.
I think is really nice. It's not typical. It's got this beautiful crispiness, but it's so tender all at the same time. And the fact that you make this fresh to order every time, that is a pretty badass waffle breakfast sandwich. My name is Chef Dan. This is Hamilton Eats, right here at Jack's Sweet Shop. So good.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Really good.
Awesome.